What's up, Mavians? Today we're going to be going over the Heroes of Mavia Land Settler Program, the Tropical Land Whitelist. And basically what this is it's a slightly modified whitelist. And it's a little bit different than the whitelist you guys are probably used to filling out. There's not going to be any quizzes. There's not going to be any requirements to invite your friends. There's not going to be a ranking on Discord you're required to enter with. The focus of this whitelist program, the Land Settler Program, is quality, content, and engagement. So I'll get into what all that means in a moment, but really the background behind this program is we don't want to have a whitelist process where people come in, they have to just kind of like shill or grind it out in Discord, and that's how they get entered. This land is essentially who our player base is, because one player has one land. So we want our player base not to have gotten there from shilling and from just menial tasks on a Google form. We really want a lot of thought put into this and quality content and it really coming from the heart. So this whitelist program was made to really engage the community and see it's a little bit competitive, but it really shows which community members put the most thought into it and also really want to play the game, as opposed to just looking to flip the NFT or just kind of don't care as much about the project. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see here, applications have not yet started. They'll begin on January 6th. It's currently January 4th as of this recording. So we're going to be releasing this video along with this article for everyone to read and understand how it works, but the applications cannot be sent in yet. But this is mainly to answer your questions and explain to you how this is going to work. So the Mavia Island has just been discovered, and opportunity awaits for all new land settlers who claim their piece of it. That's you guys, hopefully. Our team is pleased to announce our first Land Settler Program, which will begin on January 6th and last until January 20th. The Land Settler Program is a modified whitelisting process that promotes quality content and engagement from our community rather than low-quality tasks, quizzes, and shilling. All land settlers will compete for Mavia Land NFT whitelist positions in order to become one of the first settlers on the Land of Mavia. We're looking for Heroes of Mavia enthusiasts who are truly passionate and dedicated to the future of the Mavia game, platform, and community. Whitelist winners will be announced on January 23rd via email. And this blog post will go over the application process, the different pools you can enter, and our judging criteria. So let's go over the different types of land. There are 3 types, as you can see here: tropical common, tropical rare, and tropical legendary. Tropical common has 70% of all the supply of tropical, and that is 0.3 ETH. Rare has 20% of the supply at 0.6 ETH, and 10% of the supply for legendary at 0.9 ETH. This was discussed already in the AMA, but I'll go over it again. That the difference between common, rare, and legendary has nothing to do with gameplay. There's no attack bonus or defense bonus or strategic bonus whatsoever by owning a common versus rare versus legendary. But there is cosmetic differences and a luck factor difference. So what that means is basically rare has better cosmetics, better appearance, and better statues and stuff like this on the actual base design itself compared to common. And legendary has the best, and you can kind of see that in the thumbnail appearance on the screen. And the luck factor that I just mentioned means when you're digging up an obstacle, when there's bushes and trees and shrubs that appear, the object that's revealed afterwards always has a spin of luck factor to determine what appears underneath it. The legendary and rare have more luck compared to common, with legendary being the most. So what that means is if there's a skin, or if there's a ruby, or if there's whatever the object is that's under those obstacles, you're more likely to get a rare or legendary version of that object the more legendary or rare land you have. So basically, besides the cosmetic, and also the map location, that's a big one. You can see here the waterfront property, that's all the legendary. So legendary on the map of Mavia is going to be waterfront, and rare and common will not, but they all look cool. None of them will look like lame, but basically legendary does look legendary, and rare will look very cool too. So there will be a total of 2,000 plots available for this whitelist. And let's go over the application process. So the Mavia team has decided to leverage the incredible talent, passion, and resources of our existing community to create quality content and awareness that will help us grow organically. We chose this approach as an alternative to the traditional whitelisting process, where applicants simply invite or spam their friends on Discord with complete menial tasks that don't make a big impact on the long-term health of the project. We also know that all of our community members are unique and have different talents and values they bring to the project. So this is why we have decided to divide our whitelist into 4 different categories called pools. And there are 4 different pools to choose from, which include art/meme creation, content creation, community engagement, and influencers. Each pool has its own requirements to enter and its own allocation of whitelist spots. So basically what we're doing here is we're taking the 2,000 whitelist slots and we're recognizing that we can't just combine all of our community into one single, bucket and say, well, the best community members are clearly the ones who invited the most people. The best community members, the best gamers are the ones who grinded on Discord the most. That's not true. Everyone has their own talents. Everyone has their own contributions. So we divided that as best as we could into 4. And if you're an artist, or you don't even have to be an artist, this is really just a competition. It doesn't have to mean, you're going to be doing this while you're playing the game, but you got to bring something to the table. So you can either be part of the art/meme creation pool, and the winners of those pools will get whitelists. Content creation, we'll go over what that means in a minute, but it's pretty broad. So really, there's something to be done in each pool for everyone. There's a community engagement, which is the Discord, and Twitter and our other social profiles. So what that allows you to do is basically you can engage with the current existing community, comment, explain questions, discuss with them. And then there's the influencers pool, which you have to be an influencer for. We'll go over the details for each of those, but that's a very high level. So a few notes is quality first. We value submissions that are high quality and have a lot of thought put into them. This is all about quality over quantity. You can enter as many pools as you like. You are not limited to one pool. So if you want to try, maybe influencers is a little tough, but if you want to try your shot at any of these pools, you're more than welcome to. But what we recommend is that you have very high quality posts, and we would rather you have one strong pool entry rather than 4 mediocre ones, because you'll probably perform better because you'll rise to the top of that competition pool. Your performance in one pool will not affect your performance in other pools. 1 quality pool submission is better than 2 lower quality submissions in 2 pools. There will be a unique Google form for each pool, and in order to submit an application, you have to log in with Gmail. And the reason that's required is because we have to limit responses to 1 post per email. So you can't submit 5 applications, for one of the pools. You only get 1 submission, but you can edit that submission up until the end date. So if you created content and put it in a form and submitted it, and you say, I just thought of another good idea, let me go make more content, you can go back and edit your submission and add another link to the form. And now you have 2 submissions. So you can edit it whenever you want, up until the end date. Let's go into what it means to be part of the art/memes pool. So there's only 300 whitelist spots available. Notice that means we didn't divide the 2,000 evenly across 4 pools. We kind of distributed the whitelist spots depending on what we're prioritizing the most and what we think the largest amount of applicants will have. So 300 out of the 2,000 will belong to the art and memes. We're looking for skilled artists across all mediums, which include artwork, high quality memes, videos, GIFs, new character skins and statue designs, and base decoration concepts welcome, and any form of art's allowed. Really, you guys can be creative. You guys can do whatever you want. This is the most creative category of everything. We're basically looking for anything you guys think is cool that can represent Mavia, that can explain more about the concept, or just, be fun, like memes and videos and GIFs. The content of the art/memes must be related to Mavia and the game/token/community. It might be obvious, but we're not asking you guys to make memes about random things and submit them. It has to be about Mavia. And as a side note, our art team is always looking for talented artists to join the Mavia team. If you're interested in joining, please submit your artwork on the Google form. And then also mention at the bottom, I am interested in also working with the Mavia team as an artist, because it's fun to work with us. Okay, content. 900 whitelist spots available. So this is the big boy, okay? The content creation pool, you can earn a Land NFT whitelist by creating original content that spreads awareness about Mavia. So this is different from art, okay? This is memes, this is videos. The content is stuff like, blog posts, Twitter threads, YouTube videos, TikToks, the larger content that really goes in depth about what Mavia is. So let me read this. Content is king, and we believe it is one of the most important methods for organic growth. We want you to help us grow our community with original content made about Mavia. This content should be high quality and not simple shilling or spam. So if you go tweet, Mavia is #1, that's not content, that's just shilling, which is, that's fine, but it's not really that good for this competition. So content requirements, you should discuss Mavia tokenomics, the game concept, why we're different from our competitors, etc. You don't have to do all that. Just talk about something Mavia related and go a little bit in depth to it. Don't simply say Mavia will be #1 game. Must link to the Mavia website directly or link to one of our social channels. So don't just make a video or a tweet and not link to us. It has to link back to us. And here's our links for our channels. We are very open to the different platforms on which you can create content on. No one single platform is more prioritized by us than another. It's all about the quality. So if you're on Steemit, but you make a sick post, we're going to take it into consideration. Each piece of content that you create, you will copy and paste the URL link to that content and put it on the Google form. So basically, you can make more than one piece of content. You're not limited. You can make 10. And that will all help your submission. So when we say it's quality over quantity, we're saying you should focus on creating quality content and not just making a bunch of tweets. But if you made 5 blog posts that are good, that's definitely better than 1. So as much quality content as you can make will help your chances of getting the whitelist. There is no limit to the amount of content you're able to create. However, more content is not necessarily better and high quality. However, more content is not necessarily better and high quality content is preferred. Our judging criteria is all about quality over quantity, but of course a lot of good content is preferred. You can go on TikTok, blogs, YouTube, Twitter threads, podcasts, Instagram stories, Reddit, whatever you guys want. Just make sure it's recorded if you do like a podcast, so that we have proof and we can watch it. Or podcast should be permanent anyways. Community. This one is probably the easiest barrier to entry. There's 700 whitelist spots available. It's still pretty big, and I'll just read through it. So it's critical for us to recognize and celebrate the efforts of our loyal community. We place a premium on quality rather than numbers. We are not keeping track of Discord invitations, and we welcome and appreciate the participation of our existing community. Spam will not be allowed or received with a tolerance. So this pool is all about you engaging with our existing community. We're not really focused on invites, so don't try to just invite everyone and think that'll get you the whitelist spot. It won't. What we are focused on is quality responses, helping out new people who are joining. Probably through this program, we're going to get a lot. They're going to need to be onboarded, and our moderators can't do everything, so we want you guys to welcome everyone with open arms, answering questions, asking questions, just really engaging, but definitely not spam. It's not going to be just message count alone. Message count alone won't do it. It has to be quality engagement with the community, and it's not just Discord. It's across everything. Like if you leave a nice long comment on a Twitter thread and really explain your thought process, that's good too. That's still engagement. That's a little bit different than content because you're not the one creating with content, you're engaging with it. So across all of our community channels, and just either screenshot it or leave a link to what you said. For Discord, we can pretty much see the engagement there, but if it's something a little bit more obscure, and you left good engagement, just screenshot everything and upload these all to the form. High engagement in all channels, helping users answer questions, engaging on Twitter, engaging on Facebook and Instagram, and YouTube comments. So when we release the Google form for this, we will ask which social channels you participated with for this pool, and we'll be able to kind of go in there and see. Influencers. This is only for influencers, but if you're an influencer, you actually don't have to post now, but we're looking for you to apply and show you're interested in being a long-term partner with the project. And basically, you'll have to message us with your account to our Twitter or our Instagram and show that it's you and you're not fake. And as long as we confirm that, we will discuss privately. But basically, we're not looking for basic promotion. We want influencers who really care about our gaming community and who will help us grow the player base and game reach. All influencers must message us directly. Okay. So we're looking for influencers on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, esports channels, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms are welcome. We're going to be accepting people from all of these, so we have a nice broad spectrum. So the judging criteria, we don't want to influence the type of content you create. So you're going to have complete freedom to enter any of our pools, and we're not going to tell you like what we're most focused on besides quality. So if we said, if you make a YouTube video, make sure it's 20 minutes long, that's not necessarily true. That's not what we're looking for. Even if you do, that's great, but it's not one metric. It's the whole picture. So making it longer isn't better than shorter. Making it, one platform isn't better than another. We're going to look at the whole picture. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. We're going to be releasing this tomorrow to the community. So if you guys have any more questions, just ask the Discord or the mods, and we'll get back to you with answers shortly. Thank you, everyone.